Okay, I'm going to talk about the experience that I got to go to Guatemala last semester. Actually, it was senior year. I went over spring break, and it was a really cool experience. I went with about 15 students, and then we had another 5 or 6 teachers and translators. And so the first Saturday of spring break, we all went down to the airport and flew to Guatemala. And then we had a 2-hour drive from Guatemala City to where we were staying at school near Antigua. And so that was my first experience with the country of Guatemala. And one thing that really shocked me was the amount of trash that was on the ground everywhere. I remember we went around a mountain and there was just trash all down the side of this mountain. And it was just really eye-opening to see the difference between America and Guatemala in that sense. And then another experience we had on the way was we passed this like plantation, and there was just people with guns all around it, and we were pretty sure that it was some sort of drug cartel or something like that. So anyway, we arrived at the school we were going to be staying at, and the next day we set out to build this house. And we arrived, and the family had a smaller house that was basically made out of scrap metal and just different like advertisements and trash that they had put together into what they called their home. And then beside it was this area of land that they owned, and it wasn't level at all. And so the whole first day we spent leveling the land, and we had to pour the concrete foundation. And so we had to dig a trench around the entire place and put rebar in it. And that took pretty much the entire first day. So by the end of the first day, we had finally laid the foundation to the house. And the next day we came back and we started working on the walls. And that was a really cool experience. I got to help build most of the siding. And so we had to cut each piece individually. And that took a really long time. And so by the end of the second to third day, we had finished most of the walls, and we started working on the roof. And the roof was made out of basically like tin, and it was really hard to get all of the different pieces of the roof up. We had a big team working together a bunch of people were on the roof, and there were people handing up supplies, and it was kind of a dangerous situation because a lot of my friends were up there like balancing like on like these little 2x4s, and then we weren't really like near a hospital, and the hospital wasn't really that great there anyway. So it was a really dangerous experience. And actually, they had told us that the group before, the guy had cut off his thumb on the circular saw. So that was kind of a scary experience for us. But luckily, we had no injuries. So we got the roof on. And then the last day, we knew that the family was going to come to get the keys near the end of the day, and we still had to run all the electrical for the house. So we got to work on that, and I actually got to operate this like really big machine that like drilled holes for the electrical, and that was really cool. But so we got all the electrical done in the house, and then finally we got to hand over the keys to the family. And it was really cool just to see how thankful they were for the house, and it's really cool to think like right now they're living in that house that I got to build for them, and that me and my team got to build. So it was just a really cool experience.
All right.